At 3:30 a.m. in front of this restaurant, 27-year-old Andres Escobar got into his car. He was surrounded and shot 12 times.
Some celebrities have left an unforgettable mark on the world, dazzling us with their talent, passion, and fearless drive, whether in entertainment, politics, or activism. But while some still enjoy the legacy they have built, others met tragic and shocking ends that have left us unimaginably clueless. Get ready as we uncover the chilling stories of 29 celebrities who were brutally murdered in ways that will leave you speechless. Robert Edward Crane, born on July 13, 1928, was a multi-talented American actor, drummer, and radio personality who rose to fame as the star of the CBS sitcom Hogan's Heroes. But his life took a dark turn on June 29, 1978, when he was tragically found bludgeoned to death in his apartment in Scottsdale, Arizona, while touring with a dinner theater production of Beginner's Luck. Susan Cabot was a 1950s actress known for B-movie roles like The Wasp Woman. While she never hit mainstream fame, she gained a cult following. Off-screen, her life was strained by her son's mental health struggles. In 1986, she was tragically killed, and her son was convicted of manslaughter, claiming self-defense. Despite her fading career, she's still remembered in cult film circles. John Lennon, born October 9, 1940, was the guy who helped change music forever as part of the Beatles. Born in Liverpool, he was known for his killer songwriting and unique voice, giving us iconic tracks like Imagine and Hey Jude. After the band split, he went solo with hits like Give Peace a Chance and became a major peace activist, speaking out against things like the Vietnam War. Sadly, Lennon's life was cut short when he was tragically shot outside his New York apartment by a crazed fan. His music and message of peace still echo through the generations.
Hi.
Merlin Santana, born on March 14, 1976, was an American actor and rapper best known for playing Stanley Rudy Huxtable's boyfriend on The Cosby Show. Tragically, on November 9, 2002, his life was cut short when he was shot and killed in Los Angeles. The shooter, 19-year-old Damian Andre Gates, acted on a false claim by his girlfriend, Monique King, who accused Santana of making unwanted advances toward her. Judith Barcy, born June 6, 1978, was a rising star, known for her acting and iconic voice work, like voicing Ducky in The Land Before Time. She was just a kid when she started landing major roles. Sadly, her life was brutally cut short. Judith and her mom were killed by her abusive father in a tragic, shocking turn. Her death left the entertainment world reeling and reminded everyone of the dark side of fame and the toll of domestic violence. Abraham Lincoln, born on February 12, 1809, was the 16th President of the United States, leading the nation from 1861 to 1865. But on April 14, 1865, while enjoying the play Our American Cousin at Ford's Theater in Washington, D.C., he was tragically shot in the head by John Wilkes Booth. Lincoln passed away from his injuries the next day, leaving a lasting legacy in American history. Nipsey Hussle, born Ermias Asghedom, August 1985, wasn't just a rapper. He was a whole movement. Known for projects like The Marathon and his Grammy-nominated Victory Lap, he mixed sharp lyrics with a mission to uplift South Central LA. But in 2019, his life was cut short when he was shot outside his store, The Marathon. The music world lost a real one, but Nipsey's legacy as an artist and community builder lives on.
58.75, wasn't it?
What?
David Huffman, born May 10, 1945, was an American actor and producer. Tragically, he was fatally stabbed twice in the chest with a screwdriver and bled to death within seconds. His body was discovered less than an hour later in a Palm Canyon crevice by a group of kids. Marvin Gaye, born on April 2, 1939, was a legendary American singer, songwriter, and musician who played a huge role in defining the Motown sound of the 60s. Tragically, on April 1st, 1984, just a day before his 45th birthday, Marvin was shot and killed by his father, Marvin Gaye Sr., during a heated argument at their home in Western Heights, Los Angeles. Selena Quintanilla Perez born, April 16, 1971. Started out with her family's band, Selena y Los Dinos. She gave us bangers like Amor Prohibido and became a full-on cultural icon. She was about to dominate globally with her English album, but her life was cut short. In 1995, she was tragically killed by Yolanda Saldivar, a former fan club manager. Sal Mineo was the ultimate 1950s heartthrob, making waves as Plato in Rebel Without a Cause with James Dean. His breakout role even scored him an Oscar nomination at just 17. Sadly, Sal's story took a heartbreaking turn. In 1976, he was tragically stabbed near his West Hollywood apartment during a robbery. His shocking death left Hollywood reeling, but his legacy lives on through his unforgettable performances. Diane Fossey, born January 16, 1932, was all about saving mountain gorillas. She set up a research center in Rwanda and became their biggest advocate, fighting poachers and raising global awareness. Tragically, she was murdered in her cabin, likely because of her fearless activism. Her work still inspires gorilla conservation today.
Ronald Washington and Carl Jordan Jr. were convicted Tuesday and face a minimum of 20 years in prison and a maximum life sentence for the 2002.
Jason William Mizell, born on January 21, 1965, was an iconic American musician and the legendary DJ of the groundbreaking hip-hop group Run DMC. Tragically, on the evening of October 30, 2002, he was shot and killed in his recording studio on Merrick Boulevard in Jamaica, Queens, leaving the music world in shock.
What's the worst they could do to a player? Got me lost in hell to live and die in LA.
Tupac Shakur, born Lisane Parish Crooks on June 16, 1971, was a legendary rapper and actor, hailed as one of the greatest in hip-hop history. On September 7, 1996, after attending a Mike Tyson fight in Las Vegas, he was shot multiple times in a drive-by while stopped at a red light. One bullet fatally struck his lung, cementing his legacy in tragic fashion.
It was at 3:30 a.m. in front of this restaurant. 27-year-old Andres Escobar got into his car. He was surrounded and shot 12 times.
Andres Escobar, born March 13, 1967, was a Colombian footballer who played as a center back. On July 2, 1994, just after the 1994 FIFA World Cup, Escobar was tragically murdered, allegedly as revenge for scoring an own goal that helped eliminate Colombia from the tournament. Barbara Colby, born July 2, 1939, lit up both the stage and the screen in the 60s and 70s, landing roles on hit shows like The Mary Tyler Moore Show and its spin-off Phyllis. But her promising career came to a heartbreaking end when she was shot in Los Angeles after an acting class. The attack also claimed the life of actor James Kiernan, and to this day, no one knows why it happened. Dorothy Stratton, born February 28, 1960, was a Canadian model and actress. After being named Playboy's Playmate of the Year, but behind the scenes, her life was anything but glamorous. Dorothy was trying to break free from her controlling husband, Paul Snider, whose jealousy spiraled out of control. Tragically, their relationship ended in violence when Snider killed Dorothy before ending his own life. She was only 20. Dominique Dunn, born November 23, 1959, was tragically strangled by her ex-boyfriend, John Sweeney, during an argument on October 30, 1982. She fell into a coma and passed away 5 days later on November 4, 1982. Luther King Jr., born January 15, 1929, was a key figure in the civil rights movement. On April 4, 1968, he was shot and killed at the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, Tennessee at the age of 39. He was rushed to the hospital but passed away an hour later. Jay Sebring, born October 10, 1933, was a Hollywood hairstylist who redefined men's styling icons like Sinatra and McQueen. A close friend of Sharon Tate, he was at her home during the infamous Manson family attack, where both lost their lives.
These are for you. Street maps, places of interest. This is for you, too.
Sharon Tate, born January 24, 1943, was an American actress and model. In the 60s, she started out in ads and TV roles before landing film parts and working as a model. Sadly, on August 9, 1969, while she was 8.5 months pregnant, Tate and 4 others were murdered by members of the Manson family cult in the home she shared with her husband, Roman Polanski, who was away at the time. Natalie Wood, born July 20, 1938, was a Hollywood icon, known for her roles in Rebel Without a Cause and West Side Story. Her beauty and talent made her a star, but her personal life was full of drama. Tragically, she drowned during a boat trip, and her mysterious death still raises questions today. James Garfield, born November 19, 1831, was a total overachiever before becoming the 20th U.S. president. Teacher, lawyer, war hero, and congressman. He fought for civil rights and education and was all set to do big things in office. But then he was shot by a guy named Charles Guiteau, who thought he was the reason Garfield got elected. Garfield survived the attack but tragically passed away from infections caused by bad medical practices of the time.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper and...
Christopher Wallace, also known as the Notorious B.I.G., born May 21, 1972, was a legendary rapper from New York, widely regarded as one of the greatest of all time. On March 8, 1997, after attending a Soul Train Awards party in L.A., he was shot 4 times when a gunman in a black Chevrolet Impala fired at his car while stopped at a red light. He was rushed to the hospital but was pronounced dead shortly after. Nicole Brown, born May 19, 1959. Simpson, ex-wife of O.J. Simpson, was a socialite whose life turned tragic. After a turbulent marriage, she was murdered outside her home with friend Ronald Goldman. O.J. was charged but was acquitted after a highly publicized trial. Ramon Novarro, born February 6, 1899, a major heartthrob in the silent film era. He ruled the screen in the 20s and 30s, but when sound films took over, his career took a hit. By the 40s, he was struggling with both his personal life and finances. In a tragic twist, Navarro's life ended in 1968 when he was murdered by 2 men in his LA home, who were after money and possibly targeting him because of his sexuality. Lana Clarkson, born April 5, 1962, was a cult classic actress known for roles in Barbarian Queen and Deathstalker. Her career slowed in the 2000s, and tragically, she was shot at Phil Spector's home. Though Spector first claimed it was suicide, it was ruled a homicide, and he was convicted of murder in 2009.